Okay, thanks very much. I think we've heard quite a bit now about some of the process, but how do we actually get to the right people, the people we want to get to in the best possible way? And I think, Eamon, you've got a question along these lines. Perhaps you could ask your question to the panel.
Yes, thank you. I think Barry's introduced me in this topic, really. I work for the local authority. I'm Bristol City Council Access Officer, and I think we've heard about how the developer may be engaged and may be willing to participate and so forth. My problem as a local authority will be how do we ensure that the public have that expectation to be engaged and that commitment as well. I'd like to take your advice on how to do that.
Okay. I'm going to actually ask Alison to respond initially on that question. Alison.
I think it's a very good question because it is the problem of how the community can step up to rather a big ask. There's more and more dependence on going out and getting the community involved, and it does come with an awful lot of extra work that the community has to take on, and that's one of the things that we've really been struggling with, that the planning groups at the moment have been used to the system of responding to planning applications, which is a very simple system compared to this community involvement where you're trying to speak for or coordinate a response for a large number of people. And it is coming back to the groups now that actually they've taken on rather a lot. This I can only speak really for our planning groups because that's what our organisation was set up to help. We're very aware that we don't speak for the entire community because obviously only a certain number of people really get are really involved in the planning process at the moment, and we are working out ways of trying to make our planning groups more accountable to the rest of their community. For instance, going back and checking that what they're saying to developers or the city council, depending on who's involving them, that what they're saying is right, and whether you go to sort of high level systems like statistically valid surveys, or whether you draw up rules and regulations that you say your community is going to all sign up to, and then the planning group will make their responses within those rules and regulations. There are a number of different ways that the community is having to deal with it. But as you say, it's always the problem of have we got everybody that we think ought to be represented, and that's an answer we're still seeking, a question we're still seeking the answer to.